Hi everybody, it's Russ with Health Forward Online, and I'm back again here at Dr. Dennis Godby's office, and we're going to talk about an event he's got coming up called simply The Run. So welcome back, Dr. Godby. We're also here with his assistant here, a dietitian and coordinator, help coordinate this event, Megan. So what is The Run, and why are you doing it?
Well, The Run is actually The Run Moving Natural Medicine Forward. It's 3,250 miles across the United States from San Francisco to Bridgeport, Connecticut through Washington, D.C. and New York to promote healthy living and also natural medicine. And
what inspired you to do this run across America?
Well, 26 years ago when I ran across the United States the first time, we were working to promote peace in Central America, and I felt that it made a difference. It didn't end the war, but all the actions that we take collectively make a difference. Mm-hmm. And so I felt that naturopathic medicine was really not known at all in the United States. Maybe 2% of the American people knew who we were. And there were a lot of things like hidden and delayed food allergies, and there are just a lot of things that most Americans don't know because the doctors are not telling them about it. And so I felt that this would be a good opportunity to be able to get the word out to people across the United States. And the idea of running is something that I've done for causes for the last 33 years, and I felt that it was a way that we were able to attract media attention to do something dramatic of running 30 miles a day to promote the cause. Because basically, when people, I think the way the media see it is that if you're willing to put your body on the line that much every day for 4 months, that they're going to cover the story because there must be something important to say, because that's the only reason why you're even out there.
Wow. So you plan this out, obviously. You're 30 miles a day, you said? For 4 months will get you across?
Yeah, the actual is actually 123 days the run will take place from the time we start to the time we end, and that includes days off. So it's 123 marathons in 123 days. And then when we're actually running, it's about 30 miles a day, and then there's some days off. So that makes it about 26.5 miles on average for those 123 days we're going.
Wow, I'm impressed. And how do you prepare for this? Are you literally out training every day and like a marathon trainer would do?
Well, the basic idea is that you only need to run very slow, because that's what we'll be doing running across the United States, so we don't need to train fast. So whenever you train fast, there's more risk of injury. And so what happened was that I was able to stay injury-free while I was training, because I had a back injury for a couple of years, and I really didn't start training again until about November of 2009. And so in 2009, I started very slowly, gradually building up my miles, and everything was going well until I got to about 51 miles a week, and then in September of last year I got injured, and I've been out for about 3 months. So I'm just kind of on the mend right now, getting my hamstring back in order, but I'm putting in miles, but they're really slow miles, so I reduce the risk of injury. So I'm not fully healed now, but I feel like that by the time I start the run, that I will be in good shape. So right now I'm running about 25 miles a week, and I'm hoping to be up to about 60 or 70 again by the time the run starts. And it's not as ideal as I like to, but at 54 years of age, you do what you can.
Yeah.
And I probably got injured more because of my age, and also the process of healing has probably taken longer also.
You mentioned we earlier. Are you doing this with anybody?
Well, my son Isaiah is 20 years old, and he's running with me. And it was kind of his idea to do this run years ago. Oh. And also my 17-year-old son, who was supposed to be a support team, now he's become a marathon runner, and he's going to do it with himself. He's probably the most consistent runner of all of us now, and all inspiring all of us. And then my nephew Jonas, going to Chico State, he's 21, and he was the oldest of the three, and he'll be running with us too. And that's his mom is my sister Marita, and she's the events coordinator for the run.
Oh wow, great! So what's the diet like for something like this? How do you get your fuel?
Well, I haven't really changed that much when I was running. When I was up to the 50 miles per week, I was just eating more food in general. But on this kind of event, a lot more carbohydrates than I would normally eat. A lot of making sure to have enough electrolytes and a lot of water. Basically, you can eat more kind of food. You don't have to be quite as careful with the food you're eating. But I try to eat as healthy as food as I can. But there'll probably be it's not quite as significant. It's mostly just getting the calories and having the right ratio of foods and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So Megan, maybe you can tell us more about the event itself. Well, also, you're both here. Let's look at, we got to see the map here. Let's look at the route you're taking. So you're starting in,
San Francisco,
okay,
and then we're going to Sacramento, and then Reno, and then to Salt Lake City, Denver, through to Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, and Kansas City, St. Louis, through Illinois, to Indianapolis, to Columbus, Ohio, to Pittsburgh, through Maryland, to Washington, D.C., to Philadelphia, which is Megan's stomping ground, and Wilmington, and I skipped Baltimore there, Baltimore before Philadelphia, and then through New Jersey up to New York City, and then up to Bridgeport, Connecticut, and that's the only East Coast naturopathic school, so that's why we wanted to end there, to kind of give them, they're the smallest of the schools, so we want to give them some press.
And maybe you told me, what's the total miles for this?
3,250 miles, probably give or take 20 miles or so.
Wow. Okay, so Megan, tell us more about the event itself. What can people find out more about it, and how do they get involved?
Well, as the volunteer coordinator, we have many different things and many different ways people can participate. The first way is to really just show your support, start telling people about it, get others involved. You can join our Facebook group online at the Run, Moving Natural Medicine Forward. You could also sign up for our newsletters that we're sending about once a month. You could
And the
donate.
newsletters are off of the Dr. Godby's website?
Yes,
Okay.
so definitely check out the website at therun.org.
Yeah, it's a separate website, therun.org.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to want to check out the website. And if anyone's local here in Sacramento, definitely come and check out our April 16th event. We're going to be putting on a big fundraiser with a live band. We're going to have a silent auction, a lot of fun. LeVar Burton's going to be there, and the natural cancer girl, Diane Paradise, and Dr. Dickon Weatherby. It's going to be a really fun event, so
Great.
everyone should come support it. And if anyone has donations, want to donate some silent auction items, we can definitely use them.
Okay.
But all the information you can really find at therun.org. You can always contact Megan as the volunteer coordinator, and she's kind of the glue that holds everything together. And so we work here together at the Sacramento Naturopathic Medical Center. But the run.org is really, that's something that Megan keeps updated, is the website. And so all the information, the itinerary, exactly where we're going, what days. If people want to run with us, they can join us for a day or a couple days. We're going to be traveling in a motorhome, and any donations that we'd like to help contribute with, we're raising the funds right now for that. If you have contacts with companies that may want to donate and want to sponsor the event, they can do that kind of thing. You can endorse the run online. You could put postcards in your offices about it. You can tell people about it. If you're a runner, you can tell other runners about it. You can spread it around the water cooler at work. You can put something on your website about it, so there's just many different ways.
Hey, I see you got a shirt.
Yeah, so this is the shirt. You can also buy a t-shirt. You can also many different ways that you can get
You can
involved.
also plan an event, especially if you're on the route. Check out our website, and there's about 20 or so cities that have events being planned, but the other 70 cities and towns are still looking for planners.
Okay.
So definitely give us an email or a call, and we'd love to help you out
Yeah.
planning an event.
I know. I called you said I could volunteer, but I'm here. I'm at the starting gate, so you definitely need people across the country there.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we can't do it all, but that's the whole purpose, to get grassroots involvement. And I must say that don't need to be intimidated. I've never planned to organize anything before, but we're just kind of figuring it out as we go along and getting a lot of good advice along the way.
Great. Well, I'm impressed, so I'll do what I can to spread the word.
Thank you very much. And one of the things that when I was talking with the Wisconsin NDs, one of my classmates, and what they're going to do is they're going to drive down from Wisconsin down to Illinois, and they picked the funny-sounding name of a town called Effingham. And so it just strikes me as funny. It struck her as funny too. So they're going to go to Effingham, Illinois, and they're going to plan an event, and they're going to do some kind of health fair, or they're going to bring a microcurrent, and maybe if we have any injuries, they can help us with the injuries. And So they're coming all the way down from Wisconsin, even though they're not on the route. So that's one thing that they're doing, and people all over the country get involved, even though they're not on the route. And then we also have an Australian who's actually Michael Gillen, who's coming over, who's actually a recovery specialist, and he's been on these kind of events all over the world. And so he volunteered about a year ago, I mean, just after we announced it, or maybe in March after the website went up last March. And he said he wanted to come and volunteer, and he's going to work the whole 4 months with us. He's just going to be retired from the Australian government, I believe. And so he's going to be able to come with us and be able to do recovery massages with us to help us make it through the run easier, and be kind of the assistant captain of the ship as we drive across the country.
Excellent.
Run and drive across.
Okay, so final words. The website again was therun.org, you said?
Yep, therun.org,
Okay.
and anybody whose life has been affected by good eating choices, by natural medicine, anyone who's been their own self-advocate and felt empowered to help improve their health, we are asking and calling for you to come join us to spread the word of how people can take responsibility for their health, and also that naturopathic doctors exist to help guide people on their journey back towards health.
Excellent.
And if you really want to see natural medicine grow, and people want to be reimbursed someday for expenses paid in naturopathic offices or other, quote, alternative medicine, that this run is about helping to raise awareness. Because if you call an insurance company and ask them if they're going to reimburse you, if they've never heard of the doctors, the kind of doctor, I can guarantee you they're not going to cover it. But if we get the word out to people, it's on national media, we're on Oprah show, or we're on the Today Show, or whatever, and people begin to hear about it, then they're more likely that the insurance companies will say, yeah, this is a legitimate kind of profession. And when people come in and they kind of see the kind of diagnosing we do and the treatment plans, people are pretty much blown away because they have no idea until then that these kind of doctors even existed.
Mm-hmm. All right, good advice. All right, well, thank you both very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.